Welcome to Business One-to-Ones with OJ Lopez. And today we are very lucky to have a very special guest. And she has been in the life insurance industry for about 20 years. Previously, she worked in corporate sales and marketing. Uh, she has a 17-year-old girl, and she likes horror movies, sci-fi, and action movies. Read self-help books and videos. Also likes traveling and shopping and dining. And ultimately, she just wants to make a difference in the lives of people. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Ms. Estela Siboa of FWD Insurance. Welcome to the show, Mom Stella.
Yes, good morning, OJ, and I'm very happy to be on your show today. Thank you so much for this very wonderful opportunity given to me.
Right, our pleasure, our pleasure. So, uh, let's get on with it. My first question to you is just to uh, know a little bit of history, and we want to know how did you get into life insurance?
Basically, I was a teacher by profession. I graduated um, from St. Teresa's College, BSE Education, major in mathematics. I landed with the first job in teaching for 4 years. And after 4 years, I went to sales and marketing. That's where I got into sales and marketing. In somebody invited me, and actually there were friends of mine before that actually invited me to join the industry. But of course, my perspective before was that, hey, that's only good for people who don't have a choice in life, meaning these are only for retirees. That was my perspective before. But when I listened to the presentation, I just found out how amazing the life insurance business is. Okay, so it was somebody that whom I really didn't know that made me open my eyes to see the value and the real beauty of the business of life insurance. And the very reason why I got into this business, because I was in corporate sales for 3 years.
Mhm.
And the number one reason was that I want time freedom. Okay, so because you are your own boss. And
Right.
aside from that, it is also the, what do you call this, the unlimited income. And
Mhm.
and most importantly, the essence of mission, that you're going to give impact to the people, to the lives of the people around you. So basically, these are the three main reasons why I got into this business.
Right. Wow. Wow. Very amazing, amazing background. Now, what would you advise people who are looking into having a successful career in life insurance? I understand that you also have a team, right? So,
Yes.
for people out there who are looking into getting into the life insurance business, what a piece of advice would you want to give them?
Well, basically, this is not for everyone, okay? Not everybody is cut out for this kind of business, because this
Right.
is a business that is actually very challenging. Why be very challenging? Because you are changing the perspective of people, all right? So when you're going to change the perspective, the mindset of people, that is really that makes it very challenging. Now, those people who would like to enter in this business are those people who really have this, the persistence, meaning you have to persist in this business, because a lot of rejections are there. So you'll be flooded with a lot of rejections. Even your own friends and relatives and even
Mhm.
families, the worst, are even against
Right. Right.
uh, against into this kind of business, because they look at this business as something that is not ideal, no? Because
Mhm.
usually they always ask, okay, you have to go to the corporate world and you have to be an executive, you have to be a manager in a corporate world. So that's the mindset of people, because that's the kind of programming we have. Because we know everyone will, before it has been programmed that when you finish your degree, you should land a very good job, right?
Right.
Now at
Mhm.
this point in time, it's no longer true, because a lot of people are successful financially doing the business. And in fact, in the insurance industry, there are a lot of millionaires already, and even businessmen, Chinese businessmen, in fact, professionals, lawyers, and doctors are actually venturing into this kind of business. But of course, first of all, if you want to join this business, there must be the change of mindset and perspective about life insurance. You have to believe that this is the best, or the best business in the world. You got to believe the sense of mission, because basically that's what makes us sustain. When you're going to know your greatest why you're going to do this business, even amidst the discouragements, frustrations, that you encounter along the way, you are grounded strongly because of that belief, because of that greatest why. That it's not just about simply making money, but it is basically making a difference in the lives of people. Why? Because I would like to tell you that in this business, you have the three I's. Number one is that impact. You're making impact in the lives of people. And I would like to tell you that along the way that uh, how do you give impact in the lives of people?
Mhm.
One is that you're protecting the families, basically you're saving lives, okay? And another thing also is the independence, meaning that you are your own boss, especially to those
Mhm.
people who are tied up to 8 to 5 job. This
Right.
one, in fact, like me, for example, I'm a mother, I'm a full-time mother and a full-time career woman, a businesswoman. It hasn't compromised my business. I still do my full-time motherhood doing while doing this business. The third
Mhm.
one is that the income, of course, it offers you unlimited income. This is a business. You meaning that if you put in hard work, more time and effort in this business, it is directly proportional to your income. So it's unlimited. And aside from that, for example, in my case, I'm able to live the life of my dreams because of doing this business. So I travel almost around the world because of this business for free. And that makes it very, and the recognition that you can receive, that
Mhm.
is something in your life that money can't buy. When
Right.
people applaud you for being successful and touching people's lives, that is something beyond compare. So
Wow.
that's it. So people who have this, I would just like to summarize lang, meaning that
Sure.
people who have the belief, no, you have to have
Mhm.
the belief in the mission of protecting lives or saving lives. Second is that the courage to pursue your dream, because we need people who are dreamers here, and self-driven, and you need to be persistent and resilient at the same time, because there are a lot of obstacles, challenges you encounter in this business.
All right.
Right?
Wow. Yes, that's very inspiring, especially for those who wants to try life insurance as a career. Now let's go to the other side of the coin, talking about your customers and the clients that you serve. So for for people out there, what is actually life insurance and why is it important to have one?
Wow. Yes, I do believe that life insurance is always part of the basic necessity. It's just like, like you cannot live without water, right? You cannot live
Mm-hmm.
without, in fact, now we cannot even uh, live without, power. So utilities are basic necessities. In fact, insurance should be part of the basic necessities. And it's really, it really pains my heart that seeing people making life insurance as the last priority. Well, in
Mm-hmm.
fact, if you come to think about the cash flow, right? Di ba you have
Right.
the cash in? What is your cash in? Your salary, or it could be the income from your business, right? That's your
Right.
cash in. And this
Mm-hmm.
cash will be used for cash outflow, which is your basic necessities, like, for example, water,
Mm-hmm.
food, utilities, uh, like education. Come to think of it, you know that is life ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are
Yeah.
all mortals. So
Right.
it's inevitable. Death is inevitable. When a breadwinner is taken out of the picture, now
Mm-hmm.
look at, so what will happen to the income? The income goes with the breadwinner, right? Agree? So
That's
how
correct.
what
Yes.
happens to the necessities? What happens to the needs of the family?
Mm-hmm.
Will this go with the breadwinner or not? They will
Of course
continue,
not.
right? They
Yeah. Yeah.
continue. Now, if you're gonna put life insurance as part of the cash out, this is the only expense that replaces the lost income that the breadwinner is earning. So it
Mm-hmm.
basically life insurance as an income replacement, meaning that whenever the breadwinner is gone, there is the income that is going to continue to be provided for the family to go on with their lifestyle. So
Right.
basically, that's life insurance.
Wow.
Another thing also is that life insurance is basically securing the risk, no? Like it's securing the risk of life. What are the risks? Number one, the one that I mentioned is death. That is a
Mm-hmm.
risk.
Yeah.
So, and insurance is the income replacement so that the family can continue living on the same lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Second, another risk is getting old. Don't you know that getting old is also a very big risk? Why? Because based on statistics, 90% are totally broke when they reach the age of
Wow.
65, 60 and up. So yes, that's the statistics now. So what does life insurance do? Life insurance is going to secure your future by providing you a retirement fund. So it's no longer the
Mm-hmm.
same before that is only talking about death. People always
Right.
say, that life insurance is about the people I leave behind. But
Right.
actually, if you come to think of it, it's really about yourself. Why? Because if you continue living, if you live long, where will you get
Mm-hmm.
the money to support your basic needs? Okay,
Right.
so life insurance provides retirement plan, a retirement fund that is going to give you the sense of dignity that you can keep your
Mm-hmm.
dignity as a person. The third one is that what is other the risk now is the risk of getting critically ill. Meaning if you get
Mm-hmm.
sick, a lot of people have liquidated their assets in order for them to,
Yeah.
to finance the medication. I would say
Mm-hmm.
you have friends and relatives out there that
Yeah.
have experienced that they liquidated their assets because you want to save lives. So life
Wow.
insurance is going to protect you from depleting your assets, but it's going to
Mm-hmm.
secure your assets and making you afloat when times when you're critically ill. Okay.
Right.
Another risk also that you're gonna protect, of course, this is not a risk, but it's also life insurance can also help you secure the education of your kids. Okay, meaning that
Oh. Wow.
we can help you, doc, because we're into investment already. Life insurance
Mm-hmm.
was investment this time. It's no longer
Okay.
before that it's just protect just life about death, but now it's
Mm-hmm.
also talking about living life to the fullest, meaning that whenever you want to grow your money, life insurance can help you with that for the
Mm-hmm.
education of your kids. Last but not the least, of course, this has been overlooked. You know,
Mm-hmm.
people think that if you are a big businessman and you have so many assets, you don't need life insurance. That has been the perspective. But
Right.
nowadays, come to think of it, a lot of rich people, like wealthy people, really need life insurance. Because why?
Mm-hmm.
Because when the estate owner dies, these assets that have been accumulated for years will not go directly to the family. These
Mm-hmm.
will go to the government, BI. So you have to pay the estate taxes. So therefore, in order for you to preserve the assets for the family and making them exclusive for them, for your beneficiaries, for your heirs and heiresses,
Mm-hmm.
then you've got to secure a life insurance that will take care of your estate tax liabilities. So it's really for estate preservation. Life insurance is for estate preservation and conservation at the same time.
Wow, there's a
All right?
whole lot of things that covers. Before, I just thought that life insurance would just give you benefits for your beneficiaries when when you leave this world. But from what you have
Yes.
mentioned, there's a lot of things that life insurance can cover. And later on, let's talk about the company FWD Insurance and the products and services that it offers. But before that, my question to you would be very relevant in this day of education. That's why we are doing an online one-to-one because of this COVID-19 pandemic, right? And uh, I know that there's also some FWD has taken the initiative also to customize a product amidst this pandemic. But again, we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about first, how is it affecting the insurance industry, maybe in your business or the industry as a whole, and what what are you guys doing to mitigate this situation?
Wow, that's really, I'm expecting you to ask that question. You know what? Yes, basically, if you're looking at it, because we are into ECQ, enhanced quarantine, right?
Right, right.
Community quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
I know that a lot of businesses have been affected tremendously. So businesses nowadays are compromised. At first, I was apprehensive and was quite anxious about it because, usually we have to meet our clients face to face, right?
Right, right.
And to get the signature of our clients, that
Mm-hmm.
should be the usual thing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
uh, along that way, um, along that way, FWD is thinking of something because FWD is a company that is really ready for any situation given. No, so with the COVID-19, FWD was able to keep the business even in this times. You know why? Because FWD was able to secure from insurance commission that we are allowed to do remote selling, meaning
All
that
right.
we are FWD is ready and to serve you and protect all the clients, all the Filipinos, by just having from the comforts of their own homes, meaning that you don't need to see them personally, but we can set up a meeting by just using like this, like the
Mm-hmm.
platform, this kind of
Right.
platform we're in, Zoom video, internet, so social media, so we
Mm-hmm.
can do that, so we can continue. So there is no problem because our agents still continue to earn, and we still continue to continue serving our advocacy of helping Filipinos uh, build a build a financial future, secure their
Mm-hmm.
lives and their families. We can continue that. And what's good thing, you know what? Because I'm so happy that since FWD is has been digital from the
Yeah.
very beginning, we are more than ready to do this kind of business because we are fully digital. And I would
Mhm.
say this is just nothing for FWD because we are preparing for this kind of situation that time will come that people will no longer have face-to-face transaction, but you can just do it online. So that's where FWD is getting the competitive advantage in the industry. All right. And
Yeah.
another thing with this COVID-19, we want to save as many Filipinos as we can. That's why we do have products online. When you go to the website of FWD, we do have this what we call product na can-dos, meaning the can-dos is something like renewable every year, you know?
Mhm.
So we can just simply buy it. And we're going to tell you that later because you're going to ask the products later, right?
Right,
So
right.
these are the things that we are doing to mitigate the risk, meaning
Mhm.
that we still continue to serve and protect Filipinos at this point in time.
All right. Wow. So that really resonates with me, especially coming from the tech industry. Uh, this services right now is very hard to do services, right? Because you have to do it face to face. Hospitality industry has been hit so badly. The tourism industry, restaurants closing down. So there's a lot of businesses affected by this pandemic, and it's just at this time we have always been in tech industry advocating to productize your service. Okay, always productize your service, but and then after which you productize your service, you have to digitize your product. So it, with what FWD has been doing, insurance is very service oriented. However, it you productize that service by having online platforms and having your own app and things like that, which is also very relevant in this day of age. So that really resonates with me, in terms of how FWD is really coping up with the times, and that's why, so for our customers, I mean, for our audience out there, it's also maybe because I'm also a FWD client. so so there
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go. Yeah. um, and that's just resonates with me. So now let's talk about why FWD. Because there's, look, a lot of insurance companies out there, right? So I'm just playing the devil's advocate. I'm already your client, right? So for those out there who are not, all right, or thinking of, uh, as you know, I already have a life insurance prior to purchasing FWD. But then, what I really saw was the service was not there. I'm just, paying monthly for what my premium was, but not really understanding where it's gonna come from. It's just like, okay, it's just an investment. When I die, my family would get something. It's just like that. But I really saw, the differentiator of the FWD from my previous, provider, which is still, as you have mentioned as well, you didn't badmouth them, na cut them off. Just it's an addition to what I currently have. So yeah, I give you the floor. So why FWD for our audience out there?
Okay, OJ, in fact, before that was also my question in my mind. Why should I join FWD? Because honestly speaking, FWD is my fifth life insurance company.
All right.
And I've made already some, okay, comparison, and I made the right decision of joining FWD. So I'm so proud. I take pride and pleasure. Uh, and in fact, it is a blessing for me that I joined FWD. Why? Because FWD for me is actually relevant to these times and for the coming years, right? Now,
Mhm.
what attracted me to FWD is the system. You know, even FWD actually. is a member. I just want to give you FW, who is FWD, okay?
Sure.
Can I just give you, so
Sure,
that the
sure. Go
audience
ahead.
will know who is FWD? FWD, so a lot of people would mistake it as an abbreviation. It's not an abbreviation. It is just like
Mhm.
a branding, no? So FWD uh, is not an abbreviation. It stands for Fresh and Innovative Approach to Insurance. It is a member of the Pacific Century Group based in Hong Kong, where in fact the owner of this is the younger son of the richest man in Hong Kong. So Lee Ka-shing. So the owner was Richard Lee. And the Pacific Century Group, uh, the partner of Pacific Century Group is Swiss Re, which is one of the largest insurers in the world. And in terms of FWD assets, group assets, because we are present in pan-Asian countries, like it's based in Hong Kong, Macau, Singapore, Japan, Indonesia, Indonesia, Vietnam, and we do have Thailand, and recently, of course, Philippines, and recently, last year was Malaysia, and soon to open is Asia. No, China.
Mhm. Yeah.
So that's it. Now, the total FWD group assets is about 30 billion US dollars. We are such a very big company and very financially stable. And in the Philippines, it came to the Philippines in 2014, in September of 2014. It was not FWD that actually, knocked Philippine government that, hey, I would like to expand my business in the Philippines. No,
Mhm.
it's not like that. It's the Philippine government that invited FWD to come to expand their business in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So with that, in 2014, I'm so proud that FWD is considered the fastest growing life insurance company in the Philippines. Why? FWD is the fastest growing life insurance company in the Philippines. It's 5 times faster than overall industry growth in terms of new business
Wow.
in 2018, right? We
Mhm.
ranked number 8 out of 30 companies in terms of new business. And it's only for 4 full years of operations, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. And not only that, we are the highest capitalized, paid up. We have the biggest capitalization of having 2.3 billion pesos. So among the 30 life insurance
Mhm.
companies in the Philippines. So we are the highest in capital paid up. Okay, so that makes FWD, that is a testament, a living testament that FWD is very committed to stay in the Philippines and serve the Filipino people. And we are here to stay because capital paid up is what you call considered as a legal reserve fund, that
Mhm.
in case all the clients the same time, we do have the
Mhm.
money that is ready to be given to the beneficiaries. So that's how important capital paid up as well.
Yeah. All right. So now let's go into the meat of your products and services that you offer. Uh, I think my question would be, when is the best time to get an insurance? When you started working, or when you start to have a family? Well, what's your advice for those maybe in their 20s, or looking into, they're thinking probably, that's for a married guy to do that, because you have to secure your family's future, or even if you're starting out a family, uh, if you want to get your own house first, or what's the best time to get an insurance when you become an adult?
All right. OJ, basically when you talk about when are you where should be ready, when you should be ready to buy life
Mhm.
insurance, I would say that now it should not be now, it must be yesterday. Meaning,
Mhm.
in fact, the most important, as law when you are born, even 15 days old, you can start
Mhm.
already uh, buying a life insurance when you're 15, because we accept 15 days old. Now when you talk about life insurance, it is across ages, all ages. Why? Because each life has an economic value. So that moment that you live, there must be a life
Yeah.
insurance actually. However, I would say that in terms of income capacity
Mm-hmm.
for the young people, yes, the
Right.
moment that they earn income, the moment that they start earning income, they should buy life insurance. All right. Why? Because why? Because in life insurance, you protect, imagine if you're single, the moment you buy and you earn, you have to set aside a
Mm-hmm.
certain amount of your money because it has been studied that you know when you talk about life insurance, it's not just simply protecting your income, but it's also growing your money at the same time,
Right.
right? And it is going to give you a buffer at the same time, meaning that in case of emergencies, crisis, you will have the money because the mindset of Filipinos, they just simply uh buy life insurance if there's an excess, if you have
Right.
extra
Right. Yeah.
funds. Well, in fact,
Mm-hmm.
it's not, because when you talk about the very basic essence of achieving financial independence, the very basic formula is actually like this: income minus savings is equal to expense. You should set aside even 10 to 20% of your income so that by the time there will be crisis like unforeseen risk like this, for example, COVID, it's also unforeseen risk. If people don't bother to save money, they will be ending up, like hand to mouth existence now. They will really suffer, you know. And then here is that when you're going to build a family, of course everybody is going to to build a family. That's the time because in every stage in life there's also uh up what you call a certain need. So for example, if you're getting married, of course you start building or your family. That's where you can see people that there is really a need to buy a life insurance. Why? Because it's not about you anymore. When you build a family, it's not about you anymore. It's about the people you love. Because life insurance, I would say that it is about the people you love and who who are living, because when you die, of course, the people you love must continue living, right? So the best time, I would say, OJ, is in fact yesterday. So it could have been uh, so those people are watching right now who don't have life insurance, of course, it is a must now that they should have one. Why? Because knowing that life is a risk, the only way for you to get protected is through life insurance.
Yep.
Okay?
Because when I live in the U.S., it's very normal for them. Like they would ask you, now, uh, now what's your insurance? It's not if you have insurance. So what is your insurance? Diba? So when I was in the US, they were asking, what is your insurance? That's not the question is if you have insurance. Here in the Philippines, do you have insurance or not? Because when I was living there, they expect that that you have already an insurance policy, right? So, but here in our country, is it possible for minimum wage earners to afford life insurance if that's the case? Because if we're going to have economic comparison of both countries, definitely there's a big disparity between the two. So would you even recommend minimum wage earners to get a portion of how little they're earning and invest it in life insurance? So is that even possible? Is there a product that is affordable for them to do so?
Yeah. Actually, OJ, no. I would say that FWD is actually catering to all classes in the society. Now, for example, for the daily wage earners,
Mhm.
we do have this product that can be bought online this time. All right. So, in fact, we do have a product that is 2,000 a year. So we do have this product
Wow.
that it's only 7 pesos. They can already be
Right. Yeah.
protected. Yes, it can be protected already. Like for example, we do have that. This is online product, but this is
Mm-hmm.
what you call renewable, meaning every year you're gonna buy this product in order. So we do have this variants. There are different variances, meaning if you want to be covered only with, we do have this product that can cover you with critical illnesses, and I think that's 100,000 or 200,000, and the client is just going to pay less than 2,000 a year. So that's not bad.
Wow.
And then we have the
Yeah.
group life insurance that
2,000
whatever
a
the
year.
cause of death, yeah,
That's
either
100 something just a
accident,
month. Mhm.
yeah, yeah, whatever the cause of death, we cover you.
Mhm.
And we do have, there's also tie up with a hospitalization. So we do have these products that are catered to the lowest class of the society, like
Mhm.
having 7 pesos per day. We can cater to that. Now we can also cater even, of course, no, from the lowest up to also to the high net worth
Right.
clients. We can
Mhm.
offer to them. Now, I would like to give you our products. So the products that I told you, that the online products that we have, that they don't
Mhm.
need to, you then just simply go to our website. We just give you the agent's code, because of course the agent should also, because
Right.
this is
Right.
our
Yeah.
business. So we just simply give you the link,
Mhm.
and then you just simply, with the link, the client can proceed buying already the insurance in the online by just
Mhm.
I think that's 1799 only a year.
Wow.
Can just imagine that. So
Yeah.
anybody, even helpers, anybody can just buy this product. No hassle free. No need to
Mhm.
talk to an agent. Okay. Now we do have those products. The second is that we do have this what you call flagship product. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
so proud that for me, this is the best product in the market in terms of critical illness. We do have this what your product, the Set for Health. The Set for Health, the one that you bought from me. That's the best product that I'm actually selling
Okay.
in the
I
market.
mean,
Or I
I
think
got the
it's the
best
market.
product.
Yeah, yeah. I would say the best product. Why? Because it covers you with 42 major critical illnesses at up to 3 times, meaning three
Mhm.
times, meaning you can be covered, because the 42 products were actually grouped into 5 groups. Okay, so the 5 groups. So if the client is sick with cancer, for
Mhm.
example, our company is going to provide also the second claim of your cancer after 5 years that you are cancer free. If your client is cancer free for 5 years, after that, if the cancer, recurs, so the
Mhm.
company will pay you the second time. Now, it's only for 2 claims for cancer. But
Mhm.
what if the cancer, because according, di ba, based on statistics, those people who are critically ill already are prone to getting sick. All right. So what
Right.
if the cancer will lead to complications like stroke, like terminal illness,
Mhm.
meaning 12 months to live.
Right.
Okay, you're still alive, but only given 12 months. Okay, you have 6 months to
Mhm.
live. So the company will give the third claim, which is, for example, you're covered with 2 million, another 2 million. So how much is that? 6 million already. Now, what if, and you're covered up to age 75? Imagine that, age 75. But the moment you get critically ill for the first time, upon first diagnosis, the company will waive your future premiums. That's why I suggest to the young people to get the 20 years payment. Why? Because it
Mhm.
is like, like betting your life. If you get sick after 2 years or 3 years, because it's never a guarantee in life. Even you're
Right.
healthy, you seem healthy now, but what if
Mhm.
2 to 3 years from now you get cancer, whatever critical illness you have?
Mhm.
So what happens is that it's going to fully pay your plan. Then the next time, for example, you're terminally ill already. Then upon death, before reaching age 75, the family can get another 100%, making it 400% benefit. And not only that, from the moment that there is what you call minor critical illness, you get additional of 20% at absolutely free. And what's the good news is that if you talk about critical illness or health insurance, it's a throwaway plan, right? If
Mhm.
ever, because if ever you don't get sick and you cannot claim, the whatever you pay is a thrown away already. You cannot get back what you paid. But what's good thing about our product set for health is that you can get 100% of the premiums paid, no questions asked. So
Wow.
it's just like saving in the bank. No,
Yeah.
so you can get back all the premiums at age 75 if there is no major critical illness claim. Another product is that we do have the set for life. The set for life is a very common VUL, variable unit link, meaning it's an a protection plus investment, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be protected, instant protection. There's a life insurance component plus the investment. It's just like buying a life insurance plus a mutual fund. So just to make it
Right.
simpler, no? So the rest of the money will be invested in stocks, in stock market or in
Mm-hmm.
bonds, no? So that is it. So we do have that. If you want to grow your money, this is the best time to grow the money. With the COVID-19, actually with the
Yeah.
pandemic, don't you know that the
The
market,
markets
the
are
stock
down.
market is
Yeah.
very low now. But if
It's
you are
5,000.
looking at the perspective of the investor, this is the
Mm-hmm.
best time to invest. All right? Because you
Yeah.
can buy more units and your money grow, because you can remember the economic crash in the US last time in 2009, 2008 ba yun?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 2008.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, di ba? The stock market really fell down. In fact, in my time, it's like 0.70 peso. So the people who bought 1 peso, for example, 1 peso per unit, and then the market dropped. The 1 peso became 70 cents. So
Mm-hmm.
the clients, the investors already lost, but it's just a paper loss. But look at 3 to 4 years after that, those people who invested at that time made 300%
Right.
return
Mm-hmm.
of their investment. So that's the essence also. So here in this aspect, there's what you call blessing in disguise. The pandemic could be a blessing in disguise also for the investors out there. So this is the best time for you to invest. All right. And the third one that is a set for life, and the third one is that I'm going to promote to the market is that we do have this product that is what you call set for tomorrow. If you notice, our products are set for tomorrow. Set for tomorrow is actually a temporary life insurance, meaning that you pay and then it's about death. But what's good thing? What is the twist of our temporary insurance? You don't need to die in order to get the benefit. You yourself, the client insured, owner insured, can get the benefit. For example, 10 million. For example, I just give you an example, OJ. No, I have this
Mm-hmm.
client, 50 years old, a businessman. You know
Mm-hmm.
what? The 12.5 million, because our non-med authority, we can insure people up to age 50 at 12.5 million without medical. So
Okay.
at 12.5 million, the client is only paying 11,000 a year. It's just even lower than the car insurance. So people
Right.
buy in car insurance, right? It's part
Mm-hmm.
of their, it's really part of their budget. Now, every year I have to buy car insurance, fire
Yeah.
insurance, but they forget that they also have to need to insure the driver, the owner of the car.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we do have this product that if you want a very cheap product, because there are people who are investors, they need
Mm-hmm.
to grow. Okay, Stella, I want to grow my money. I'm a businessman. I'm making 100% a year. So
Mm-hmm.
they cannot buy my product, the VUL,
Right.
because they know how to invest their money. So in that
Mm-hmm.
aspect, I'm gonna sell the protection because I'm telling the clients, hey, you know how to make money. I don't know how to make money like you do. But the only thing that I can do for you to add what value I can add to you is I'm gonna protect the money that you're making. Meaning I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna protect you. When everything falls, then the life insurance is going to protect you and preserve your assets. Now, so that's it. So we do have this product, and you don't need to die to get this product. If you're terminally ill, for example, 10 million or 12.5 million, it will be given to you while you are still alive. And another thing is that another twist of this product is that it has 12.5, no, it's going to be extended to the spouse. If ever the client if the couple dies in accident at the same time within 90 days, whatever is the coverage of the spouse will be extended to the to the other spouse. So the husband's coverage is extended to the wife's cover to wife's life. Meaning, if you do have 12.5 million coverage, and then your wife the spouse dies with you, then 12.5 times 2, that's 25 million. So that's a lot. So that's also the twist of our product. So we do have, these are the products that I would say that really that is really competitive in the market, that
Mhm.
everyone should look into, because as I would say that we have because our vision is to change the way people feel about insurance, and that's how we position all our products.
Wow,
That's all.
it's a very very inspiring, and how you communicate that really, uh, the passion in the thing that you do really shows in your presentation. So uh, so for our audience out there, we're actually doing a one-to-one because we're a member of this organization called BNI, wherein you are uh, required to do a one-to-one with a fellow member. And let's talk about that right now. And then about why we are doing this, because we want to know more about each other's businesses. This is what the organization is all about. So I think my only question for you for BNI is why did you join BNI? And for business owners out there and professionals and independent distributors, uh, what how would be a member of this organization would also help them out in their businesses?
Okay. Basically, in every business, we need market, we need clients, customers. And the main reason why I joined BNI, because I do believe that I can expand my network, right? And not
Mhm.
only that, because it's not just simply expanding network, because knowing that this is a referral organization, we are expected that when you meet up, you're only talking about business. It's really worth your time. It's 1 hour and a half, and actually, it was a challenge for me for
Mhm.
the first time, because I'm a I don't usually wake up early, so because the meeting requires to be at 7 o'clock, right? And you need to
Yes,
be in the
even
meeting before
earlier.
7 o'clock,
Yeah.
earlier than that. So actually, that's really that is the challenge of being in BNI. But I would say, having been in BNI for more than 2 years now, I would say that I made the right decision to be part of the BNI, because you know what? Along the way, because I like the philosophy of giver's gain. I always believe in that. In fact, it is also my personal value that you don't need to expect, meaning something that you have to help first before you can be helped, meaning that you have to give. It is in giving that you can receive, right? So I always believe that when you give more, you receive more. So that's the concept of BNI, that you're going to help each member grow their business at the same time, and in return you're also growing your business at the same time. But another thing on also is that is very important, is that in BNI, it's not just simply making about money, but it's also making or building long lasting relationships. We are not just simply an organization, but as a family as well, because we are here to support each other and care for each other, you know. So when I joined BNI, definitely, because in my case, I was very new in FWD, because I joined FWD in 2018. So basically, I ran out of market. I would say, I mean, I don't
Mhm.
have market anymore. Didn't have market anyway. I don't know where to. Oh, so I need to expand. So I saw the opportunity of BNI. So in the process, I was able to know new people, and these new people will introduce me to their friends, to
Right.
their colleagues. So basically, it's multiplying effect. There's a multiplying effect, meaning that it is not just talking about we are 22 members, 24 members, but with the 24 members, you can just imagine if 24 members are multiplied times two,
Mhm.
then times two. So it's exponential growth. So that's I saw in BNI. That's why I joined, and I love the camaraderie in our organization. So our organization is BNI Investment Chapter. We're the second chapter that was organized in the region. And I'm very happy. I would like to mention my friend, Risa Espinoza, the owner of Arn Builders. She's really my good friend and
Mm.
client. She's the one who invited me to BNI, and I was so grateful. I'm so grateful, and I'm forever grateful to her for introducing me this very amazing opportunity to be part of the BNI.
All right. Okay, so I think that's all the time we have for this episode. And do you have any last words or advice to, the business in general who's now experiencing the struggles amidst this pandemic, especially those young people who are just trying out to do their businesses, and then boom, there's this pandemic. What would you uh, advise them?
No, basically, with the pandemic right now, we always have to look at the positive side of it. You know, you have to focus on your goals and your dreams. You focus on what you can control rather than focusing on the things that you cannot control. Pandemic is beyond our control. But if you allow this fear to overcome you and the anxiety to overcome you, you will lose. So this time, make it as something. Look at always the positive side. That are silver lining in the cloud. No, silver lining. There's what you call. Always remember that this will not last long. This is just a temporary. This is temporary. So this will pass. So hang on and focus on the things that you can control, and be positive, and be optimistic that somewhere out there there's a rainbow, because every after storm there's a rainbow. There's hope that things will just turn out better after this pandemic. So never lose hope. There is always a rainbow at the end after the end of the storm. Thank you.
Estela Siboa, everybody, FWD Insurance. Thank you very much for gracing us with your presence, and very candidly uh, presenting to us your business, and of course your life experiences as well. So, Miss Stella, thank you very much for being in the show.
Thank you, OJ, for this
All right.
opportunity. I love it. See you soon. See you next week. Okay, thank
All
you.
right. See you next week. And I'm OJ Lopez with Business One to Ones, saying that big dream would have not been put inside of you if you don't have the capacity to achieve it.